carrot dogs with a little chili. So I got some boiling water here. I'm gonna put a little bit of coconut aminos. Now, you know the name of my book is Cooking from the Spirit.
Yes,
so
yes,
you know what we do? We put as much as we want to until our spirit tell us to stop, okay?
That's right. That's how I cook too. That's how I cook too.
Absolutely.
Now, the thing I wanted to ask you, and a little squirt of ketchup.
A little bit of ketchup, yeah.
A little bit of ketchup.
Yes.
What I wanted to ask you is, how do you win over meat eaters or meat lovers to at least have the conversation and get into more plant-based meals?
Well, for me, it's always never trying to force it.
Right.
It's just introducing and showing you something different, right? Yeah. And making like traditional non-vegan meals vegan. So
right,
they don't
you're
feel like
making something that
anything.
looks like a chili dog.
Right, I'm using some steak sauce right now.
Steak
sauce.
sauce.
I'm gonna put a little bit
ketchup,
of that in there, like that.
Coconut liquid amino, and it's all going in the pot.
All going in the pot because this is like our marinade that we're gonna boil our carrots in.
Gotcha. That gives the carrot the flavor.
That's right, a little liquid smoke. So all the things that give it a meaty flavor, not too much of that. Though.
Right.
Okay.
So a little of that.
And a little garlic powder.
Yeah.
Or right much because I love garlic.
Yeah, me too.
I love it.
Me too.
All right, so we can go ahead and put these in.
And that's what gives them that flavor.
It gives it that flavor, absolutely. And you let those boil for, 10 minutes or so.
Right,
5
so they
to 10,
start to get tender, and depending on the size of the carrot.
This too.
And then we just used a grill pan, but in the summer you could throw it on the outdoor grill.
Exactly, that's to make you feel like you somewhere. Like
I got you. I got you.
So as this boils, I'll show you how we make the chili. So that same sauce that's there, right? Once you were taking your carrots out,
you let it reduce a little bit.
Absolutely, and then we're gonna use pecans. All right, so you would put this in there. Okay, somebody clapping about the pecan chili. We happy about it. All right.
So this is like her ground beef, right?
It's like ground beef.
Right.
So you're using that raw chili, and you bring that to a boil until they soften.
And that nutty flavor will get really meaty and twisted, right, when it gets all that reduction.
Yeah, I think you might be a chef. You might know something.
I'm just a cook. Yeah. So you take that down how far? So till it is fully absorbed?
You want to, and actually I would add a little bit more water to this just to cover. Okay, just to cover. But until they get really soft and they actually change to an ashy brown.
Yep.
Right? So when you notice that, that's when you're like, okay, these are soft enough for me to take them out.
It actually really does look like ground beef.
It does.
It's sitting here in the food processor.
You process it and then we take it out.
You want this guy over here?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
All right, very good. Okay, and we put this in here and we're gonna make our chili. But look at that. Honey, get into it.
It looks just like ground beef.
Just like ground beef.
It does look just like ground beef.
And you know what? You can also make tacos out of this. Did you know that?
Ooh!
You can use it for different things.
Heck yeah!
So now we would use a little bit of, this is my mom used to make chili. She always put mustard.
Yum.
Okay, because that's our business. We can do
I love mustard. I take a bite out of my arm. You put some good mustard on it.
Yes, we put a little bit of these are like herbs and spices. I'm very big on like salt-free, so I don't do a lot.
I got you.
We do a little bit of chili powder, like that. Okay.
Okay.
A little bit more garlic powder, because that's also our business. And Tab love that. Okay, it is. Okay. And then come back over here and get you some ketchup.
Yes.
If you want to, and depending on your spirit, you can always do barbecue sauce.
Stir this a little bit?
Yeah, we can stir it up and a little agave to sweeten it up. But my mom always uses a little barbecue sauce too sometimes.
I got
looking like that right there.
And then it looks like this. This is warm and delicious.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Hot
off the grill.
Yes.
Hot off the grill.
My stomach growling. I believe we're ready. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so now we have coleslaw as well. We have some already ready, but if you want to make it at home.
Oh, how do you make the sauce for your slaw?
So sometimes I do a little vegan mayo. Okay, depending on my spirit. Okay. And then you add, because we cook it from the spirit. And if you want a little sweet, you do a little vegan honey mustard. All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy is
And
here.
that's what that is. And a little garlic powder, of course. And I put chili because I like how it's the base. Yes.
Now, the relish, the onions, when does this all go?
I mean, you can put it however you want to, right? There's no right or wrong on how you build it.
And
it's just how I want to do it.
I believe the same.
Right? Okay.
But you show them the way you like it.
Yeah, this is how I like it.
Yeah,
put a little coleslaw, put a little relish. This is how my mom used to love her regular hot dogs. My mama loved the hot dog. And then we put
the raw onion, my mama too. Same way, my mama did the same thing. Oh, look how gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Congratulations. Again, she's a #1 New York Times best-selling author already. And I hope she convinced you, because you're all going home with a copy of her book.